The children in our country are being made to be the victim of a situation they are not involved, and then sent to a foster home where they again are reintroduced to trauma of being the odd ball. Our courts are contaminated with young, inexperienced caseworkers and polluted with bribes, high-priced bonuses for speedy adoption of terminated parents, and judges who don't practice law with the Constitution in their sights. This is a problem. George Washington never thought of children as pawn in the game of freedom and American values, and never had he wanted to sell them. They were from his maker, his creator. Our children are being run down for no other reason than the profits being made in some way. Somehow these government agencies make money hand over fist day in and day out. They have you go to classes that they are billing for, and there is no viable reason for you to attend. Yet when you hear an update, CPS tells you that you're further away from when you started. Reunification is your goal, not theirs. And after you go through 12+ months of grueling, painstaking classes and meetings, all while getting the slimmest amount of time to visit your child, and even worst, you are always supervised. Never alone again with your child, it's awful. How do they feel, do you think?
Where's the outrage? Why is nobody standing up for these families being torn apart by CPS?
Please don't tell me you're going to put all your bets on this superhero. You grown-ups are supposed to be coming to his rescue. Stop ignoring this problem. There is nothing more I can say to any of you. Please fight CPS and help those who have lost so much they can help themselves.
With young, inexperienced caseworkers and polluted with bribes, high-priced bonuses for speedy adoption of terminated parents, and judges who don't practice law with the Constitution in their sights. This is a problem.
They take away the fathers, leaving just a mom and cubs. They know that with dad out the way, the better things will go. Breaking apart the family, destroying the American way. Our legacy is built upon our families of yesterday. Fuck CPS, fuck what they doing. Fuck CPS, they need to be ruined. It's all about the division of family services. You hear that the division is what they about. They prey upon the family, the ones that the dad's been kicked out. We can't stand for this abomination. This is the song that needs to play across our once great nation, making us aware of the problem. Stealing our kids, it's not mama drama. Stand up for those who are lost to them. We need to fight for the family, making America great again. CPS comes along with the mission to protect. The only thing they are doing is cashing in those checks, paid for by the souls of the children, diagnosed by a caseworker who is still a baby herself. They take away the fathers, leaving just a mom and cubs. They know that with dad out the way, the better things will go. Breaking apart the family, destroying the American way. Our legacy is built upon our families of yesterday. Fuck CPS, fuck what they doing. Fuck CPS, they need to be ruined. It's all about the division of family services. You hear that the division, that's what they about. They prey upon the family, the ones that the dad's been kicked out. We can't stand for this abomination. This is the song that needs to play across our once great nation, making us aware of the problem. Stealing our kids, it's not mama drama. Stand up for those who are lost to them. We need to fight for the family, making America great again.
What day is today? All right, everybody, welcome to this fine night of CPS Victims CPS Victims Hunting for Justice. I am your host. Yes, sir, DG Enterprises. All right, everybody. We have let me shrink these people here. All right. I'm gonna be honest, ever since last week when I got the day wrong, I'm all nervous about every time I come on here and tell what day it is. Um but I believe today is Tuesday. And it is Tuesday night here. So let's bring out Vinny. Let's see what Vinny has to say about today. This fine Tuesday. Don't forget, we got the chat coming up over here on the side. We got make sure you like, subscribe, share with your friends, tell your mom, your brother, your uncle, your dads, your nieces, your nephews, your friends, your enemies, everybody. Tell them about this so that they can all be educated about CPS. Make sure that this stuff doesn't happen to them. There's the chats right there. Thank you, Vinny. And
You're welcome, man.
let's get it on, baby. What's up, Vinny? What you got going on?
So I feel that I need to read you guys this because this was valuable information, and I gotta say a big shout out to Gunner on this. The stuff that he put together is definitely helping because of what I'm about to read. Um, and this is probably awesome in my case. So I got an email from Richard, the CPS attorney, and I can talk about that because it's not part of the criminal case. Paul, he said, I have an email into Paul Rabowski, who I use as a PI. I'm asking if he will interview the guy who made the comments about that person. I believe you provided me with his name and last known location already. I told Paul that your criminal defense attorney may wish to use his services as well. Then he goes on to say, there is a lot of good information in case law that you have provided. Some of it is from different jurisdictions, but may still be useful. I am drafting a legal summary referencing some of the case law as they apply to the facts of your case and matter. When it is complete, I will share it with the parties. I think we should move forward. Expedited hearing on placement of Arasta. I haven't heard back from Allison. I'd be out of the office this evening for a function. And then he said he'll leak. He'll. So we got the PI for the CPS case.
Oh wow, dude! So that's a move. That's a step in the right direction, right?
That's a great step
So
in our
someone's listening.
direction.
Someone's listening is pretty much what's happening there.
Yep.
People are listening, Benny, and that's awesome, and that's what it needs to be, you know.
And everything Gunner sent me and you sent me, I've been kind of forwarding it right to Richard because, out of every single attorney I've had, Richard has done the most in my CPS case. And I applaud him for that because out of all these attorneys, he's taking the time to actually go over what I'm sending him.
Yes, that is awesome.
It's
great that you actually have an attorney that's willing to do something for you, that's willing to work in your case and do what you're saying to do for them, because that's very rare.
Right. And if anyone's interested in knowing about Richard, his name is Richard Chipman out of Chipman Law LLC in Bath, Maine. Oh, yeah, he might be of some service. He not only does CPS, but he does protection orders, he does CPS, and he does criminal cases as well.
I thought I had him in here. I thought we had him in the thing here. Put up there, but I guess not.
His office is 207-389-6295.
All right. Hey, Vinny, let's go over that slower one more time. Richard
Chipman.
Richard, like chip, like a chip?
Yeah.
CHIPMAN?
Yep.
What's his phone number?
It is 207 389
389, yep.
6295.
6295. All right. So we'll put that up there. He'd be the first on our list of the main CPS attorneys.
And everything he's doing and the fact that he wants to do the expedited hearing, even though he hasn't reached the other attorney, that tells me he knows something. He's seeing something.
Yeah, he's gunning for it, man.
Yeah,
Well, you see, what he sees is that you've been apart from your family for too damn long. That's what he sees.
for no reason.
Right. And I mean, I imagine that's probably 80% of us for no reason. And the other 20% probably have a maybe this should have happened. But,
And I don't know if Danielle is watching tonight. But just to clarify, Danielle, that way everyone else can kind of know. They did silence me. I cannot speak of the criminal case whatsoever or names. I can say my attorneys, obviously. They can't cut my freedom of speech on that. But I can speak on the behalf of the CPS case because it's not outlined under that. It's outlined out of the Portland court.
uh-huh. Perfect. So you are in no error. You're in no, there we go. Vinny recommended.
Yep.
There it is. Oh, Rich Sharp. No, not Rich Sharp. Richard.
Richard.
Richard Chipman. All right. You guys have a good phone call with your kids, Cricket. And the other one I wanted to address here was Crazy Old Mama TV. Hey, listen, we don't have the link up here, do we? We'd be glad to join you for this whole thing. I don't see the link though on the chat. Do you, Vinny? I don't see.
No, I didn't see it in there either.
Yeah. So if you could actually put that link up there so that we can join you, or you can email us at cpsvhuntingjustice@gmail.com. We will gladly make sure that we get in that with you.
Yeah, and get the proper people in there as well.
Yes, sir. So that's good, Vinny. I'm glad that way you're working your way up that way. That's freaking awesome.
I mean, if I can beat this case in the CPS case, that says a lot on the other side.
Well, I mean, it didn't do anything, like that.
And
so like that's it. I mean, you didn't do anything wrong to begin any of this stuff, and I don't want to talk about your case or anything, but like you don't deserve to be in this position that you're in. So the faster you can get your daughter home, the better you can be, and the better she can be,
And the funny part is that they may have silenced me on social medias from posting, but they didn't say what they silenced me from posting. So if I see something in the media that's posted on like a news channel or a newspaper, I can post it and they can't say anything.
Yeah, well, no reason to push. Let's not, Manny, I'm just going to, from one friend to another here, let's not push any buttons that you don't want to. You're on the verge of taking this case over, buddy. You don't want to go razzling too much things, that you don't need to. Don't put pressure where pressure isn't due, buddy.
I just want it to be known that like Maine, I was reading this article today, and it stated Maine ranked F in the nation, which is fail. Fail means that we are ripe for corruption in Maine, and it's been happening ever since that happened.
You know damn well, dude, that I've been saying since the beginning, since you've been watching me, that Maine is where the snake's head is, man. I'm telling you right now. Hell yeah.
You got Mr. Herbert.
Herbert's in the house here.
Yes, Maine is the snake's head. Maine is the place where most of the CPS issues and stuff is happening. Yes.
They're stealing our kids rapidly up here.
They're stealing your kids very, very rapidly than any other state of the union.
564 within 6 years.
Yes.
Already.
Yes. So what are we doing about it?
Trying, man. Trying.
We're trying, Herbert, but to call out the corruption up here is hard because these DAs will just throw you in prison and not care.
Yep, let us rot away, man. Let us rot away. That's what they're trying to do.
And they'll come up with some kind of bullshit just to arrest you.
First-hand facts of that one.
Yeah.
So I mean, I'm lucky I made it through the grind where I was on, but I'm still not out of the woods, until they don't like
I'm
us.
sure they got
this
you
is
on
dangerous
a list.
business what we're doing here, man.
Yeah, I'm sure they got you on a list, just like they have all of us that are calling it all out on the list.
They already told me that I'm on the terrorist watch list. Isn't that crazy? Because of this stuff.
Yeah. Wow.
Damnedest thing.
They don't like us calling out their wrongs. But you know what? It is our job as we the people to keep them in check.
You're absolutely right. That's one of the requirements of the First Amendment. It's not only to have the freedom of speech, but it's also if you see government corruption, and you are supposed to speak out about it. And that's your obligation as a citizen of the United States of America, is to call out the corruption and the tyranny.
Yep.
So when they come at you like this and they're trying to block your right to freedom of speech, it's not only your right to freedom of speech, but it's also your duties as an American to call out the corruption. So
I have a friend that keeps moving around because they told her that if they find her that she is
don't tell us where she is then, Vinny.
I don't know where she is either. She doesn't tell me. She just she'll send me a message here and there once in a while of certain things that she's found. And it's funny to see, the stuff that she's been finding, because the next step is there's a lady that's supposed to be coming to Maine. And if she comes to Maine, they're screwed.
Yeah, there's a couple people I hear that are coming up this way to do some work up here. It's been announced to me, but they wanted that to keep that under the wraps, who they are and what they're doing. But it seems like it's bringing the heavy hitters up here. Yep. Maybe people are listening. Who knows?
Well, I'm hoping so. I mean, you do have some good attorneys up here that are willing to fight and willing to do their job and not give you the shitty side of it. And you got to go through, and I explained this on my show one night, even Herbert heard me. When you go through your attorneys, you need to pick and choose which attorney is going to actually fight for you. And the way to do this is you look at the first attorney, which never files nothing, never does nothing, always sides with CPS, okay? Fire him, get rid of him, okay? You or her, for that matter. You get to the second one, and they say, oh, well, we're trying to combat this and that, and you never see results. Get rid of that one. You get to the third one, and sometimes you're just like, okay, things are starting to add up here. I'm seeing results. And you stick with that person and help them with your case. By doing so, not only are you helping them, you are helping yourself.
You're damn right, Vinny. That's good stuff right there.
So really you all need to think on that when you're doing attorneys through the court. Don't always go for the first attorney. Make your choice on which attorney will represent you the best in court.
There's a book out there right now that has a good section on that. It's called Stay Calm, CPS is Coming. And it's available on Amazon.
You guys got to check out Darren's book, man. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's I'm almost done with the second one here. Let me see, pull it up for you. Did you mean Stay Calm, CPS is Coming? Yes, I did mean that. There it is. Boom, right there. First thing on the list when you write that. Beautiful. But let me make sure it's the right one, because last time it was in the Mexican way, and that was... we don't want to have the Mexican version.
So you're bringing me that? Come back and get Mom.
I gotta go to my appointment first thing in the morning, so you're not gonna go right with
Oh, God, I don't know what that is. What the hell is that? Some sort of Chinese...
Naples.
Log in. There we go. Let me just log in real quick so I can pull up the old ad for this thing here. That wasn't as smooth as I was hoping it to be. All right. Here
I know. You need to get out of the house, Gary. Ain't that the truth?
Let's see right there. Bookshelf.
You can get his book on Amazon.
Yeah, I'll put a link up there here in a second here. When I can
It's
find
got
it.
a lot of knowledgeable information in it, which will help you in your case.
Promote and advertise. Yes, please promote and advertise.
So Herbert, I kind of perused whatever you sent me earlier. What was that about?
I don't know. I've been sending you a lot of different things. Can you give me an idea? Because I send you a lot of things.
I know, but after I looked at it and I was reading it, the article, I deleted it. I always do that for some reason. Like I always I'm paranoid about my text messages. I really am.
Well, Vinny, I send you things
What do
that
you have?
circle around CPS concerns.
Yeah,
So
You're getting schooled.
you would have to kind of give me an idea what you thought you saw.
Ooh, I thought he was going somewhere different with that one. I thought you were going to
Yeah.
that.
It was a story that came up. I can't remember exactly what I read, but I was reading the story about how CPS came in, blah blah blah, and took 2 kids out of a house, and the story kind of didn't make sense. And then I read further down, and the parents weren't watching the kids, and something happened outside with one of them, and they got seriously injured.
Okay, I'll tell you what I could do if I go off, whatever I sent you is still in your box. In other words, when you send things to text to people.
Yeah, it'd still be in your box, but not mine.
Yes.
Once I delete
So I got to look in my box. Yeah, if I look in my box, I can find it.
Hey, who's looking at whose boxes?
And then if you call it folder, I could look in the folder, and I could find out what it is. I've sent you stuff too, Darren, and I usually send it to you in Messenger.
Yes, sir. I sure did.
Stuff today.
Yeah, I got flooded.
I look these things up. When I find these things, I send it to both you and Vinny.
But
no, I know. I appreciate it too. It's very nice.
You guys got to look this up. It's called Operation Garden Plot.
Operation Garden Plot, huh? What's that about, Vinny?
Huh. Oh man.
Oh man.
I mean, I could read a bit of it.
No, we can save it for the imagination, but give us a little guideline about it. What is it about? What's Operation Garden Plot?
It has to do with civil disturbance plan.
Oh, yes. I'm trying to figure out where this... I'm trying to pull up my thing here for you guys. It's not happening. But, you know what? I'll get it up after. Let me see. I don't know why I can't pull it up.
Yeah. You read that, huh, Chris?
Oh. I'm going to try one more thing. If that doesn't work, then...
I gotta find this other thing that I saw too.
Have a strategy for you.
Day one, I was a left-wing gender.
Right now, okay, I'm gonna pause it. There is it's actually a case that's going on in the Supreme Court of Texas right now. 10/29/24. Gary versus Eldridge is a constitutional law issue involving due process. The case will analyze the proper burden of proof to support permanent protection orders that prohibit contact between a parent and minor child.
Oh, wow. What's the name of that case?
It's STARY versus ETHRIDGE.
Damn, that's a last name, isn't it? Etheridge? Is that what you said?
Yep, Etheridge. Yep.
All right. Man, I struggled. That was a damn struggle right there to get that. But I got the link now for everybody, so I'll put it in the chat for everybody to check out. Please, go there, check it out. Support my all that money goes towards helping us do productions and stuff here. So if you guys can help that in any way, I'd greatly appreciate it. Get the book, get some value out of it. There you go. Boom. There's where it is, and then it looks just like this right here.
I just sent you that on your messenger.
Okay, cool. I'm down on Messenger on this thing right now for some reason, but there's the that's the book right there, and it's got all kinds of good stuff in it from start to finish. What to do, how to look for a lawyer, all that stuff. How to tell your lawyer's any good, how to tell if they're bad. All kinds of there's worksheets in there for calendars. There's all kinds of stuff in there about your case from start to finish. So it's like 200 something pages. So make sure you check that out. Like I said, the link is right there in the chat. So if you guys don't mind, check it out. Hey, Vinny, I was thinking I'm going to run some. Check these out, Herbert. I'm going to run these. There we go. Maybe we'll have the book watch with us too. But I found a string of TikTok videos that were pretty awesome, and I'd like to.
I sent you a bunch of them too.
Did you? All right, cool. That link doesn't open. They say, huh? And K-Nuzu. All right, let me make sure that link's right.
I think some of the ones that I sent you would be good for everyone to start hearing, because what I sent you. Let me go back and look.
Oh shoot, you're blocked from Amazon. All right, well that makes sense. All right, send me an email at CPSV Hunting Justice. We'll see what we can do.
The one with TikTok Fox 2026 Houston, and then Mama Wendy 4.
Oh yeah, I've seen that one.
Sue Gerson and Family Court. And then there was a couple of ones that I sent you from Verdidian Arlo. There's a bunch of other shit I found too.
All right, check this shit out. Ready?
Because I don't know, there's been a concern with.
Benny, can you kill the music?
The oldest
Yep.
son. Are you Jamie? Yeah. And you are.
What? Just keep going.
Or something. I think I know your name. I found it in T-Phone. So are you stepdad?
Yeah.
Yeah, I found your name anyways. I just have it written down. I can't remember what it is. So there is.
It's not showing any plan.
Something happened with the youth. I guess he was walking funny at school.
He was walking
and they had
funny. So
concerns
I'll get it.
that something has happened or whatever.
I don't know nothing about that.
Okay, well, we will need to speak with him if that's okay.
No.
Well, okay, well, we will wait out here. There's an officer on his way, so we'll
I don't care. Do you have a warrant or a?
That's fine. We'll just wait till he.
Do you
gets
have a
here.
warrant or a court order?
We do not. But
Okay, then please leave my property.
Okay, well, let me call him. Because
I don't care.
He can
Leave my property because you're trespassing.
Well, sir, if we have an investigation, we
Not
can
unless
speak with
not without a warrant, not without a court
He's
order.
being super nice.
Leave my property.
If you want to get ugly,
Leave my property.
my word of advice.
My word of advice is leave my property because you're trespassing. Come back. I don't give a damn. He needs to have a warrant or a court order too.
What is she getting underneath the car?
Oh, well, then do what you need to do. Bye.
Maybe she was trying to hit herself.
Something about Calvin walking funny. So now they want to do all this shit or something. I don't know. I don't know.
That's good stuff right there. All right, now check this skit out, man. This is
I'm gonna take a
funny.
look around, make sure it's all safe. Plus, it's Friday. I don't want to take your fucking kids. I got reservations at the Sizzler. Is that fucking cocaine?
This may be.
Whoops.
I'm gonna take a look around, make sure it's all safe. Plus, it's Friday. I don't want to take your fucking kids. I got reservations at the Sizzler. Is that fucking cocaine? You lost your mind? That explains why your kids are so energetic. Hey, I used to do it too. I'm checking your fridge, make sure you got child locks, so that's pretty fucking safe. Y'all look like you're gonna be pretty good parents. I see y'all got plenty of beer. Cool if I have one? I mean, it's Friday. Is that okay?
Yeah.
Look at his
Got a
face.
loaded firearm in your fucking fridge? Have you lost your fucking mind? I'm just kidding. Hey, the right to bear arms, right? Nah, I'm just kidding. Yeah, it's definitely loaded. I'll put that back in there. Oh, I see y'all got the windows blocked out. That's actually really smart. There's a lot of perverts. My uncle actually lives right down the road, and he's a registered sex offender, so that's really good. Y'all are really good parents. Look, from what I can see, y'all look like y'all are really good parents. Just make sure you keep that child lock on so that kid doesn't get to your beer. And I'm gonna head on out to the Sizzler with the boys. Thank you so much for your time, and God bless. I'm gonna take a look around, make sure it's all safe. Plus, it's Friday. I don't want to take your fucking kids. I got reservations at the Sizzler. Is that fucking cocaine?
Come on.
This may be controversial, and the things that I say in this video might piss some people off, but they need to be said. The system is really broken, y'all. You know, as a former CPS social worker, supervisor, and forensic interviewer of over 15 years, I want to be really transparent here and say that the Child Protective Services system is very, very broken. I know that there were times that I had to make decisions as a supervisor and a social worker that had to fall within state or county policy, and they were decisions that maybe I didn't agree with. You know, as much as I wanted to only do good, I was working within a broken system. I know that there were times that my presence in people's lives as a CPS worker was probably detrimental to their family. And I've got to live with that. And I know that there were also times that there were children that needed my help and I wasn't able to help them. And I've got to live with that too. And you might see me on TikTok here, you know, making jokes or making some funny videos, but you know, sometimes you got to laugh so you don't cry. And so I'm here. Ask me questions, I'll answer them if I can. Vent if you need to. Tell some jokes if you need to do that. I'm here to try to help. This may be controversial.
We need more people out there like that lady. We're going to try to get in touch with her and see if we can get her on the show.
I think that lady assessing between the guy with the blue shirt and this lady here, I think she's real. She's real. I think the guy with the blue shirt's not real.
Well, obviously, Herbert. I mean, the guy had a plate full of cocaine. I'm sure he wasn't real.
No, but you're saying obviously there's a lot of people that will really believe the guy's a CPS worker.
All right. Yes, you're right. You're right. It takes all kinds. You're absolutely right. My apologies. You're totally right. Yes, that second video with the guy with the cocaine was definitely.
I mean, just even with the guy with the cocaine, even if there was no cocaine, and you know, and going in the refrigerator and taking the beer and all that, no, that don't even look right. But as I'm listening to this lady here, she sounds real.
Yeah, I agree. I think that I'm going to reach out to her and we're going to see
she's
what
CPS.
See what she. Yeah, absolutely. So let's go to the next one here and see what this says. This one's pretty good, right? This lady's on fire. This next one. Where did you see this?
Y'all need to learn how to shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. To the mom that got the fucking 6 kids and they live in a 1-bedroom apartment. Her and her husband live in a 1-bedroom apartment. The mom and dad is in the room and the kids is in the fucking kitchen and living room and shit. I got something to fucking say about that shit. The amount of people screaming CPS is gonna get involved pisses me off, because you know what CPS gonna do? Remove them kids from their mother, who they love, their mother and father, give them to a stranger, and give the motherfucking stranger the funds that the mama and motherfucking daddy need to take care of. Ain't that a bitch? Why not give her the motherfucking money that you finna give another bitch to take care of them same kids? Make it make fucking sense. That makes sense to y'all? Y'all part of the motherfucking reason why this broken system continues to go on. CPS, somebody gonna call CPS. Why y'all praying on this lady downfall? Never once did this lady get on the internet and ask none of y'all for no help taking care of her kids or nothing. All she did was a fucking day in her life about having 6 kids in a 1-bedroom. And y'all praying on her motherfucking downfall. We are our own biggest fucking enemy, bro. And it's sick. And it's sick. And to the lady who got the fucking kids, you too fucking nice. I be eating these motherfuckers up on the internet. Instead of y'all asking, do she need help, resources, how can we help? Motherfuckers want to get on here and bash her. Talk about her. Talk about how they need to take her kids. That shit pisses me off. Them kids ain't lacking no food, no love, no nothing. But y'all want her kids removed because she simply is living in poverty. Simply because she can't afford it. Y'all think she choosing to live like that? She can't afford it. Y'all get on my motherfucking nerves. Y'all part of the motherfucking problem. The fuck? Now y'all want all her kids removed. How dare y'all, bro? How fucking dare y'all? Let me tell you something, mama. I respect you. This shit gonna make me cry. Because it's making me that fucking mad. Let me tell you something. I respect you, okay? For taking care of all the motherfucking kids in that 1-bedroom apartment and doing what the fuck you gotta do. Fuck these motherfuckers. Fuck these motherfuckers. It pisses me off, okay? Because my mama had 10 kids. I come from a house of 10 kids. I got 5 kids too. And I know how motherfucking hard it is. I know how motherfucking hard it is. y'all get on this motherfucking internet and bash this lady that's trying. These fucking parents. At least she got a man in that bitch trying to help her. Some of you bitches got 1, 2 kids, can't keep a man for nothing. At least they trying. At least they motherfucking trying. How dare y'all? It makes me so fucking mad. These motherfuckers, rather they remove your kids and give them to a stranger and get, because guess what? It takes money to take care of them kids. So like I said, they're gonna give them to a stranger and give a stranger every motherfucking dime they need to take care of your motherfucking babies. And you know where them babies gonna be? At home with their motherfucking mama. At home with their motherfucking mama. Let me tell you something. You too nice. You too nice, mama. I will be eating these motherfuckers apart. Apart. Don't let them motherfucking bash you. At least you motherfucking trying. At least you got all 6 of your motherfucking kids. At least you got all of them. Fuck these motherfuckers. They always got something the motherfuckers say. And guess what? They poor too. Mexicans, Arabics, all the motherfuckers live piled up in houses like that. The difference is you put your shit on the internet and they didn't. The fuck? Black people too. We live in a houses full of motherfuckers too. Don't let these motherfuckers judge you and make you feel bad. These motherfuckers live in a houses full of motherfuckers too. The fuck? Motherfuckers just ain't putting their business on the internet. I respect you and I respect your motherfucking husband for sitting in that house day in and day out and taking care of them motherfucking 6 kids in a cramped up space. You know how motherfucking hard that is to be in a 1-bedroom with 6 kids? You know how bad kids get on your motherfucking nerves? Like I said, I got 5. I grew up in a house with 10. Okay? I understand the struggle, mama, and that's what's making me cry. Because I understand your motherfucking struggle. I understand how motherfucking hard it is, and I understand that you trying. And you still every day getting up motherfucking trying for these motherfuckers to get on this internet and talk about you like a dog and bash you. Fuck them. Fuck every last motherfucking one of them. They poor too. They poor too. They just hiding a little better than you is. See, I'm like you. I get on this internet and tell motherfuckers the real. I'm like you. See, they just a little better at hiding and acting like they ain't doing as bad as they is. They struggling too. They motherfucking struggling too. Don't let these motherfuckers make you feel bad. Don't let these motherfuckers eat you the fuck up, okay? I will tear these motherfuckers apart. I will tear these motherfuckers apart. That's why I said you too nice. I'm gonna need you to get a backbone about you and let a bitch know they a bitch. These motherfuckers come from poverty too. They come from poverty too. And guess what? When you come from poverty, you got a 5% chance of making it out. Nobody makes it out that shit. So they ain't made it out either. Don't let these motherfuckers get on here and act like they just doing so much better. And, I would do this and I would do that. They could do whatever the fuck they want to do. You do what the fuck you want to do. Them your kids. That's your man. That's your house. You don't let these motherfuckers dictate how you live your motherfucking life. You do what the fuck works for you. Don't try to live above your means to keep up with these motherfuckers that's keeping up with the Joseph with these high-ass car notes. No motherfucking man. A bunch of motherfucking kids and animals and they shit too. How motherfucking dare y'all get on here and try to bash her like your life all peaches and motherfucking creams? The fuck? Y'all fucked up out here too. The fuck? And again, eat these motherfuckers up. Don't let these motherfuckers come for your neck. The fuck? Fight back. Fight the fuck back. And if you scared to fight back, call me. I eat every last one of these motherfuckers up. Whoever make a video that you feel offended by, send me the motherfucking video. And as I said before, the motherfuckers that's sitting up talking about you, bashing you, judging you, ain't got a dime on a pack of motherfucking diapers or a dime on your motherfucking abortion. So shut the fuck up and worry about what's going on in your own households. Y'all need to learn.
Now,
Y'all need to learn how to shut
all
the
right,
fuck
so this
up.
stuff, this is
Shut
good,
the
right?
fuck up.
Except for,
Shut up.
I don't know, just my opinion, maybe a little less motherfuckers.
Yeah.
'Cause all of our points are valid, you know, and like, and she's full of rage and piss and vinegar. So where are all these ladies, though? Where are all these people to help us out in this cause? She just wanted
I agree.
them, you know?
I agree. I agree. I agree. She's running her mouth. She's running her mouth. But what is she actually doing to try to bring upon some kind of justice in the
Well,
system?
no, I mean, she got 1.2 followers, for Christ's sake. She's doing it. She's getting the message out there.
Oh no,
But we need more of these people. We need more of them, you know?
Okay, but she's going on and on like that, and I believe she got all those followers because of the way she's going on, and people like to listen to that.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Donald
maybe
Trump
so, but it's
has
working. I mean,
over Donald Trump has over a million. I mean, not a million. I'm sorry. He has over. He had like 75,000 or 75 million. I think Donald Trump is over a 100
Yeah, I would
million
imagine.
followers. Okay.
Yeah, that wouldn't
So
surprise
I'm
me.
just saying. You when you get somebody that comes off a certain way, it's almost like entertainment.
Right? But
It
the
almost
message is
comes
getting
down to. It's like
but the
it's
message is
hitting
getting out
people's
there.
hearts, but it's hitting people's hearts that can relate to that. They can relate to
Right.
that, and it's like entertainment. So they're going to damn sure give it to them. Now you come on, and I don't hear you cursing like that, blah, blah, blah. If you did all that yipping and yapping and cursing, guess what? You have a lot more
probably have more
followers.
followers. Right.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. I'll give you an example of that. Look, okay. Tiffany, I'm talking about your Virginia Tiffany.
Yeah.
She normally talks loud. Is this her normal way of talking? And listen to how she talks about things. Does she not have a lot of followers?
Oh, she definitely does. No, absolutely.
There
So
you
I need to
go.
say more fucking be louder.
There you go. But no. But Tiffany, she got the mouth gone. She's. I mean, Tiffany's not screaming and yelling and all that. No, that's how she talks. That's just her normal way of talking.
Oh, yeah, and you
But
can
as a
tell this girl
result,
is full of emotion. I mean, this is emotional to her. You know, like this is a real subject. Like she said,
oh,
she got 5 kids. This is real emotional to her about people
but
calling up and CPS on people for no reasons.
yeah, sure.
You know?
But see, here's the other thing too. What we don't know is what else goes on with her situation and her story. She says she has 10 kids, right?
She grew up with 10.
No. She grew up
kids
with
in her
10.
house.
But how many children does she have?
She has 5. This one has 5. She's
has
talking
5.
about some lady. So some lady came on TikTok and was showing their day-to-day lives, like the struggles and all that stuff. And then people immediately came out and started calling, saying like, "We're calling CPS on you for not having room. You're poor." All this stuff started bashing this lady that was just trying to do something to raise herself some money. And that's what she's talking about. Is all the people that came out and was like, "Hey, I'm calling CPS on you," and all of this. So that's what she's responding to was that video. I'll see if I can find it. But that's what she was responding to.
Well, when you go to find that,
Y'all need to
let
learn how
me
to shut
know.
the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. To the
I'm gonna have that just as a
they got the
ringtone.
fucking.
Sorry,
But
go ahead.
anyways, to kind of elaborate on what Herbert was saying about emotion. See, there's a difference in my case, and I'll explain why. Growing up, I always learned to bury my emotions. So because of that, I hold all my emotions inside me, and they're buried within me to the point where I cannot show emotion.
Right, you're still to it. It doesn't bother
Yeah.
you one way or the other. You're dead to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's come down to the point where, before my kids were taken, I started to come around and show emotion and, be there for my oldest daughter, and try to show her support and things that she wanted to do. And she finally was noticing that, I was trying, at least trying. And that's a reason why I had a hard time with these kids, I think, because I could not show emotion.
Yeah. That sucks. And then when you start to, they come and take them away.
Right.
And that's hard for any person.
So I've learned to rebury my emotion, and I'm starting to work on that in counseling, and she's helping me with it, but it's still buried.
Yeah. So thank you, CPS, for doing that. You pieces of shit. All right. Let's see this next one.
We really need to get somebody on here from CPS.
There are
Really?
nearly 4 million CPS actions filed in the United States each year. Stick around and I'll share with you the 3 types of CPS cases that a worker can file against you or someone you love. I have over 35 years of combined experience as a criminal defense attorney, a prosecutor, and a counselor. And in my practice, I have seen literally hundreds of individuals who had become involved in a CPS action. If you become involved in a CPS action, it's generally going to take the form of one of 3 types of cases. Number 1, an abuse action. An abuse case is generally filed against someone who has caused actual harm to a child. That harm could be physical, emotional, or sexual. Number 2, the neglect cases. Neglect action is usually filed against a parent or a guardian because they have neglected to provide for the safety and welfare of a child that's living in their home. If a parent or guardian has failed to provide proper food, shelter, clothing, and safety to a child, that alone can establish the grounds for a CPS worker to file a neglect action. The third and last action is a dependency case. A dependency action is usually filed against a parent or another caregiver for not being able to provide for the proper care and safety of a child. There's a big difference between dependency cases and neglect cases. In a neglect case, the parents or caregiver of that child are usually present but are unwilling to provide for the safety and welfare of that child. In a dependency action, the adults that are in the household are generally incapable of providing for the welfare and safety of that child. A parent or a guardian can be deemed incapable of providing for the health, safety, and welfare of a child for various reasons. Among those reasons can be a physical or a mental disorder, or maybe a substance abuse and addiction problem. Having a CPS action filed against you or someone you know and love is a really big deal, and you should want to be completely prepared about the process and procedures that are involved in all three types of actions. If you found this information helpful, share it with a friend, and go ahead and click that follow button. There are nearly 4 million
That's some good
CPS
information there
actions
from that
filed
guy.
in the United States
think
each
that
year.
you should
Stick
write
around
that
and I'll
stuff
share with you
down.
the 3 types of CPS cases.
Yeah,
that
I got it. We got it. I got it working right here in the background here. We got it. So let's see if we can't get a hold of him.
Well, no, I said I think you should write down that
Nah,
all
I
that
can't post this
information
full
he just
video
said,
because
because
it's
it
too
made a lot of
long.
sense to me.
But watch this full
Oh,
video,
hell yeah.
y'all. This is gonna
Or you
blow
can get
your
my book and
mind.
see all that too.
It should wake you up. This is happening in America, and it could happen to you. Like, it's crazy.
Our journey began in May when Diego Rodriguez reached out to me to expose to the world what Child Protective Services was doing to his grandson, Cyrus. At the time of this interview, the parents of baby Cyrus were gagged by Judge Lori Fortier under threat of imprisonment. And after starting to dig in, we had no idea how dark and how deep the rabbit hole would go.
What is this about, sir?
So this all started when my son Cyrus was having prolonged vomiting episodes. We had taken him to many different specialists to get checked out. Nobody could seem to find out what the problem was. We had just brought Cyrus back the following week from the hospital, from the ER. He had been discharged and everything. He was doing great. And then that week we had follow-up appointments with our specialists, nurse practitioners and such.
That morning, I woke up with a sore throat, and I was gonna try to go to that weight check anyways. And my husband was like, you know what, just cancel, it's fine.
And so she called in and she asked them if we could cancel the appointment, and she was just gonna reschedule for that following Monday. They didn't answer the phone, so she just left them a voicemail. And apparently, 20 minutes after that, they had called CPS and reported us just for that.
And I woke up from my nap, and there was a text message from a social worker. My dad told my husband that the law enforcement had showed up at his home looking for my son and looking for us.
In the evening, my wife was feeling much better. We went and we had dinner with our friend that had already previously been scheduled.
That moment we pulled out, my sister spotted an officer, and she said, oh, look, there's a cop right there. I think he's following us. And when I looked forward, there was a second officer that turned in front of us. And immediately when that happened, I knew, okay, so this is not gonna be good.
The police officer said, you know, hey, I just have a bolo out in your truck and I need to detain you until Meridian Police come.
We got a call from Meridian Police Department detectives, okay, and for whatever reason, they're looking for your truck.
And then it was just more and more and more, and pretty soon there was probably 10 to 15 police cars around, 20 different officers or so, right? The detectives came up and they told us, hey, you know, we have a CPS referral for you guys. It looks like you guys missed your appointment this morning.
Okay, Levi, do me a favor and step out of the car. No, I want you to step out of the car. Okay, is that my right to speak? Not right now, son. Get out of the damn car. Get out of the car. Okay. I'm not gonna screw around with you, okay? Get out of the car. Right now. Get back, now. Or you're gonna go to jail. Detention for what?
Look at this chick.
You understand? Cannot to.
And I commit. No,
felony injury to child. Get out of the car.
Hey, you can't abuse me. I'm getting out. I'm getting out. And let me get out.
For what reason? For a felony injury to a child. Okay?
And I knew what was going to happen at this point, but I didn't want to accept it.
The officers come around to my side. They open the truck door, and at this moment, when this is all happening, I remembered what I prayed, and immediately I knew, I had no doubt in my mind they were going to take him, that no matter what happened, they were going to take him.
Give me the baby, okay?
I can't. Can you please help me right now? You understand that? I'm in desperate mom right now.
We know.
I really need your help right now.
Talk to her. We'll give you that opportunity, okay? But we're going to take him to the hospital. And if you want to go, you can come along.
Can I ride with him?
Yes, you can.
The mom's not getting practice after us.
Oh, then take her away from you and get in there.
She can go right away. Yeah, we are. Yeah.
Well, no, we don't want her to know where hospital.
No.
The fear that I had at that moment was like absolutely paralyzing. I don't think there were many things I wouldn't have done to keep him. And so he says, come into the ambulance with the baby. We just want to check on him. We won't separate you. You can go to the hospital with him. You can ride in the ambulance and you won't be separated. I promise you. You can trust me.
The officer told me that I could go with him in the ambulance into the hospital.
Yeah, and I don't know what was said before then. I was not a part of that conversation.
You can't take him. You can't. Guys, I can't. You understand what happens when the state takes custody of babies? I've seen this so many times. I can't be that next person.
It has been reported over and over that 6 times as many children die in foster care than in the general public. Once a child is legally kidnapped and placed in official safety, the child is far more likely to suffer abuse, including sexual molestation and/or rape.
So you have one option at this point. You need to give him to the EMT, and you can go on your merry way with your friends and your family who's out there.
That's not merry at all.
Or I remove him from you and you go to jail. You need to make that decision. You need to make it now, Chris.
I won't let him go.
Okay. Go ahead and jump out of the way for me. Okay, please let him go so he does not get hurt, okay? Come here, little buddy. Okay.
Right. Pieces of shit.
No, she's going to jail. Okay.
I just said I couldn't.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Put your hands on your back, okay?
And he had his hands over the EMT's shoulder, like reaching out for me. They closed the ambulance door. That was the last thing I saw.
No, go in the car. In the car. It's all right. It's okay.
Cyrus.
It's okay. In the car.
No, let me say bye.
You're going to make it worse. You're going to make it worse. Say goodbye.
These are crimes against humanity for financial gain. Rights are removed from parents. Human rights, civil rights, and even religious rights. These parents, trapped in the system, become like refugees. They're dazed and glazed and have no one of whom to turn. They do not know what to do, and the loss of their children is devastating.
In the middle of us being good parents, desperately trying to take care of him, now the government's just gonna step in and say, okay, you're criminals, and we're taking your child from you.
After having worked in this arena for several years, I do not believe that a single child comes out whole after having been in this system. And it is a growing criminal political phenomenon spreading around the globe.
This is a spiritual battle. This is not new. This goes back thousands of years. I would say this literally goes back to the very beginning.
Damn.
Nah, I can't post.
What you got to say about that one, Herbert?
I thought that was very interesting.
Very interesting.
Hey, whoever called CPS.
That's ridiculous.
What, all
those cops? That's just asinine. That just boiled my blood right there.
Not only that, like when they were talking, oh yeah, she's going to jail and she just doesn't know. We're gonna keep it down on the down low. Right there, you just incriminated yourself, you freaking moron.
Freaking idiots. That was just bullshit. I mean, that one just pissed me off right there. This one's a joke. Just FYI.
I can understand that. I can understand that.
That's on me. I hope you're happy because now my son's probably going to go live with a father who actually cares for him. Thanks a lot. Hey,
Idiots.
whoever called...
What a piece of shit. All right, last one. It's obviously a girl showing a room at CPS coming to look through.
Why did you leave CPS? Or what was your primary reason for leaving?
You know, I was a special investigator for Child Protective Services in Texas from February 2012 to March 2013. You know, I already was a libertarian whenever I joined, but I kind of bought into the idea that Child Protective Services would be the one agency where I could actually help children, though they were a branch of the government. You know, they'd be the ones who would actually be helping. And I found that I was wrong on every single level. What I saw was not just, you know, normal bureaucratic corruption that's reported on local news, but an entire system that was kind of built to fail. The power the investigators had and CPS held, which was kind of the power over every single child, and the ability to be able to destroy lives, is one that wasn't really handled carefully. I didn't quit because, as some people in the agency stated, I didn't have the toughness for it, or, you know, this takes special kind of people. I quit because what we were doing was not helping people, but instead destroying lives. You know, I came to think of it in the same way Judge Brian Lindsay explained it, which was there is no system ever devised by mankind that is guaranteed to rip husband and wife or father, mother and child apart so bitterly than our present family court system.
Right. Did you have an instance that really captured you? Because I do remember when you first started working, you were telling me about some pretty intense scenes that I just I mean, I personally, I don't think I really could have handled that well. That you seemed to handle really well, you know. And
yeah.
Was there a moment, or was there something, or was there finally a build up that made you realize this isn't what I think it is?
Well, I mean, I guess the you know, my first case was very much my best case in the sense that it seemed like a clear-cut kind of situation where there was a drug bust at a home, and there were children there who were being forced to take a shit around the areas where the drugs were in order to prevent people from coming in to steal them. There was no running electricity in the house, but the drug dealers themselves actually owned like a Hummer and a number of nice cars. And there was a mother there who we were pretty sure was on drugs. The mother cried and screamed, and the children cried and screamed, and neighbors came out saying, please don't take away these children, please don't send them to a foster home. Supposedly, we couldn't find any placement besides a foster home, which I still doubt even now. And it seemed like one of the situations where, oh, look, we're actually helping. But, you know, in foster homes, you have a way higher chance of being raped, molested, abused, and killed than you do in an actual home where you're already being abused. And that one case was the best case I ever had. From there, it was cases where, you know, there was maybe a father who was smoking marijuana 2 weeks ago, and then you end up having to set him up in a situation to where you're going to end up traumatizing the kids because they're going to tell the dad he has to leave the home. There was one case where there was a removal involving some children who were hanging out outside, and Child Protective Services found that to be improper, so the children will have to be removed from that case and thrown into a foster home. There was one case after another where what we were really doing was enforcing the war on drugs more than enforcing the war on child abuse, because the vast majority of cases we had were not for physical abuse, but they were supposed neglect or just cases that were completely made up, and then we'd have to ask these children questions regarding them being molested, abused, neglected, and emotionally threatened in certain cases where it wasn't even occurring whatsoever, really fucking up these kids. And we did everything through brute force rather than any kind of rational means, which is, I guess, to be expected from any kind of government organization.
Right. Were there any cases where you did encounter actual abuse?
Absolutely. But what I found was that the situations we then removed them from weren't much more helpful. And, you know, especially when we're talking about foster homes, you know, when you're talking about Child Protective Services, you have to think about incentives, because every single agency runs off of incentives, and in the family law system you have an incentive actually to remove children and to find alleged child abuse, because without child abuse no one continues to get paid. That's how you get funded. Now, with foster homes, the reason why they have an incentive for abuse is a different kind of abuse, which is the war kind of on children's minds. A foster home is funded, or at least a foster parent is given more money for every single disability that a child has. Be prepared before you go in. It's not the same as getting pulled over where you don't talk to the cop whatsoever. This is a case where it's all flimmy-flammy. Very few people actually pay attention to the many of the laws, and most importantly, CPS investigators hope you don't know your rights. And they don't ever explain to the investigators to remind parents of their rights. It's easier to abuse the situation, although in their cases they just simply state it's easier on them if you don't know your rights. It's corrupt from the very get-go.
Well, easier on them referring to the children who are in a particular circumstance, or easier on the parent who is being...
Well, according to them, they're the
interrogated.
child abuse warriors. So to them, anything that's good for CPS is good for children whatsoever.
Okay.
Anyway, I would like to remind everyone just to make sure you check out cps.com for any further information in regards to this. Taryn, I know we wanted to go in more about kind of free market solutions for something like Child Protective Services, but for now I think it's important to just kind of get this information. So make sure everyone to check out fightcps.com. Check out our prior podcast on Child Protective Services and the true incentives behind it. And if you need any kind of help and you can't get it through fightcps.com, email us at therenegade@gmail.com. If this seems crass, I understand, but make sure to check us out on Facebook as well and on therenegadevarietyhour.com if you need any more information. Do not have any concerns about contacting me. Contact me as soon as possible. If you're a libertarian and you need help with any of this kind of CPS stuff, let me know. But be upfront, don't lie, and if you're the kind of person who's going to justify hitting children before you message me, don't bother messaging me whatsoever.
Why did you leave CPS?
So that's
or what was your primary reason for leaving?
Obviously,
You know, I was a special investigator for Child Protective Services in Texas from February 2012 to March 2013. You know, I already was a libertarian whenever I joined, but I kind of bought into the idea that Child Protective Services would be the one agency where I could actually help children, though they were a branch of the government. You know, they'd be the ones who would actually be.
Reason for leaving?
You know, I was a special investigator for Child Protective Services in Texas from February 2012 to March 2013. You know, I already was a libertarian whenever I joined, but I kind of bought into the idea that Child Protective Services would be the one agency where I could actually help children.
There we go.
This guy's talking in a loop.
That was, I couldn't get it to stop. But anyway, that was Carlos Morales. That's that one that I had talked to about you before. He was like kind of like the pioneer whistleblower to go out.
Can you get him to come on the show?
And we can try. I've tried before. I've tried for a while. He's kind of a high-priced celebrity now in this CPS fight. But I'll hit him up again. See if we can
because I mean, he's telling it like it is. I mean, he's going to remove kids from one situation because of drugs and stuff, and then now throw the kids into a really bad situation with foster homes.
Yeah. No, that's it, man.
So so he's actually telling it like it is.
Yep, the truth about it all. But all right, guys. Well, I think we should end it with that one right there. Everybody, something to think about. Herbert, how about some last words, bud?
I think that people should focus on understanding about CPS, understanding about themselves, try to avoid putting themselves on the radar for CPS, because once they get on you and you become a target, they're going to get off. And you're going to have CPS, you're going to have the police, and then the neighbors, and it's just going to be a big snowball.
Yeah, that's the truth right there. It's a real truth. Avoid them. Vinny.
Well, as for me, tonight I'm going to say keep fighting, never stop believing that you have a chance to get your kids back, because that chance can be possible, but never give up that fight. Don't give in to what they have to tell you, because what they have to tell you is not law.
That's right. That's it. I'm gonna say don't get discouraged with this whole thing. I know that it's hard sometimes because you don't know exactly what's gonna happen next or what you're gonna do, but you got to keep on keeping on. You can't get discouraged. You have too much riding on. You have one special person or two or three or four or five or however many kids you got that are waiting there for you as parents. So you can't get discouraged. You got to keep your head up no matter how hard it is to get it off the pillow every day. You got to keep fighting for them. That's the truth. Isn't as hard as it is to realize that, this is just as hard for them every day to keep waiting for us. So that being said, I am the CPS Punisher, and we are out of here.
Getting crazy, baby, chill. Don't medicate, just meditate. You waking up now, well, baby, you hella late. Educate, look at what's going on, let it resonate, accelerate. Find your inner hunger like you never ate. Agenda is to push the hate, separate and segregate. Don't celebrate quite yet, the storm is coming, cue for heaven's sake. Violence that they demonstrate, instigate and penetrate. The values of our country and our God is what they desecrate. My fighters ain't no featherweight, pulling out the seams of the fabric that they fabricate. They feed us lies, manipulate, intimidate through fear and force, forcing us to sit and wait till we come together, congregate, and then we liberate. Praying that you give me strength to find some love amongst the hate. Marching on these streets of blood till I see the golden gates. Troubadour and troubled souls, one of God's servants. Blades out, cut the grass till we see the serpents.
One day I hope you see the truth. This puppet show stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now.
I know the truth is hard to swallow, just digest it. Suspected something's going on, but chose to just neglect it. Deflected by some breaking news, we just accept it. Expected just to fall in line and follow their perspective. Don't question their objective, but I got a lot of questions. How these kids molested, but nobody's been arrested. Read it in the testament, these children are protected. So I'm fighting all these terrorists, both foreign and domestic. Refuse to be directed, lying not a sheep. Only kneel to my God, so I'm dying on my feet. Silence when we speak, but there's violence in the street. I've been rolling with the punches, I can't take it on the cheek. Drink from a glass half full, I'm optimistic. People are sadistic, so vicious and malicious. Praying for assistance to overcome opposition, or I'm gonna start resisting and then I'll pray for forgiveness.
One day I hope you see the truth. This puppet show stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. show stays on because of you.